Are you looking to boost your DPS without altering your gameplay? Perhaps you're aiming to conquer more arena matches before the competition even begins. In Wrath of the Lich King Phase 3, racials have never been more crucial for achieving success in both PvE and PvP environments. Skeptical? The world's top guild recently underwent a complete race change to gain that extra competitive edge. But before we talk about the best racials, we have to talk about your goals. Do you just want to clear the content and have fun with your friends? Then you don't need to re-roll a race change anytime soon. But if you're serious about min-maxing, racials have to be considered. For PvE, the right racials can be a huge DPS increase. They're even required for serious speedrunning guilds. And in arenas, racials can affect 5 to 10 arena games out of every 100. That could be the difference between being a 2000 rating Jerome and being a gladiator god gamer. So let's dive into the 5 most powerful racials you need to know about in Wrath of the Lich King Phase 3. At number 5, we have Dwarves. Stone form is still just so good in arenas. Being able to clear all the poison, disease, and bleed effects covers most of the annoying classes like Rogues, Feral, Druids, and Death Knights. The big problem though is that only 26 of the top 100 arena players play those classes. This is a warrior and paladin expansion, and unfortunately they don't spread too many diseases. With that being said, you do get a 10% armor bonus for 8 seconds, which scales late into Wrath. That's perfect for bulking up as those warriors smack you with Shadowmourne. It's also nice to note that having an on-demand armor buff is great for PvE. You know, for when you walk into black holes in Algalon and die on your priest. At number 4, we have Orc. Orc just seems to never go away as the top choice for PvE and PvP. I mean, sure, the 15% stun reduction isn't as nice as actually resisting stuns in TPC, but it is still really noticeable in PvP. And Axe specialization really comes in clutch with the 5 bonus expertise. That makes Orcs arguably the best Shadowmourne holders in the game on classes like Warriors. But we're really just here for Blood Fury. Blood Fury raises your attack power by 322 or your spell power by 163. One nice feature of Blood Fury is that the cooldown's only 2 minutes. So many of the nerfed Ulduar fights in Phase 3 are going to be sub 3 minutes. Even fights like Twin Valkyrs should eventually be sub 3 minutes as well. So while Trolls might only get 1 Berserking use on many fights, you'll get multiple Blood Fury uses. At number 3, we have Night Elves. Night Elves do gain some nice passives like Quickness, which reduces the chance you'll be hit by 2%, but the real draw here is Shadow Meld. Where do I even start? This ability is just so good at PvP. TLDR, it's usable in combat and sells your character. That means it breaks cast and drops you from the enemy target at focus frames. I'm also looking forward to doing some testing with Shadow Meld on Trial of the Crusader fights like Faction Champions. The more mechanics you can avoid in Raid, the better chances of survival and that sweet tribute chest full of gear. Also, if you want to prepare for the future, there's a good half dozen mechanics in Icecrown Citadel you can just avoid by shadow melding. Though don't avoid subscribing, liking the video, or notifying the bell. At number 2, we have Humans. The human racial Will to Survive is the single strongest racial in the game. It works exactly like a PvP trinket, so you can free up a slot for any number of broken and overpowered trinkets. Of course, this is way better in PvP, but there are plenty of CCs in PvE you can break too. Imagine running Deathbringer's Will and the Sharpened Twilight Scale at the same time in raids and PvP. Whoa though, you should settle down for a second, because those broken trinkets won't be in the game in Phase 3. I mean sure, a Fire Mage could run Reign of the Dead and Flare of the Heavens at the same time. Or another way to put it is that a priest running Solace instead of a PvP trinket will gain 8,600 more mana in a 5-minute arena. So yeah, even right now, it's a huge advantage to be human, but the real benefits are going to come in the last 2 patches. At number 1, we have Trolls. Troll just offers the best racial in Phase 3. That's evidenced by 17 of the fastest 20 guilds in the world being Horde right now. In fact, several of the top speedrunning guilds like Progress completely race changed just to get a bigger edge in PvE. Could it be that players are really re-rolling for Devoodoo Shuffle, a 15% reduction to movement speed and pairing effects? Or maybe it's Beast Slaying, the 5% damage increase versus Beast. No, I don't think so. It's Berserking and that 20% haste buff for 10 seconds every 3 minutes. There's no racial that offers a bigger DPS increase, but it's also insane for healers too. Being able to use a clutch raid heal with 20% haste will save your raid more than a few times. And Trolls are no slouches in PvP either. Playing a Frost Mage in PvP with Berserking feels like borderline cheating. Though if you want to perform so well people will think you're cheating, you need to watch my 5 essential TOC tips video next.